Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
This is why I tossed her purse. She was questioning my manhood.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
If you know, listen. If I want to be with the man, I'll be with the man. But I want to be with you, and that's something you don't understand.
Wait, hold on. In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. You want him to pay $628.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, knock my socks off. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. The law talks about something may in fact be true, but can they prove it? And that's what's tough.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Claire Patrick claims she would have been a big-time lotto winner if the defendant did not destroy her ticket. Ms. Patrick is suing Jason Suarez in the amount of $4,000. Mr. Suarez claims the incident could have been avoided if the plaintiff did not destroy his phone.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. Ms. Patrick, you're suing Mr. Suarez for $4,000 based on something that was in your purse that he threw out a window. You're suing her for $600 because she broke your phone.
Correct.
Let's start with the purse. What happened?
So we were on a date, and I had just won a lottery ticket, $4,000, that I bought with my best friend right here.
Come on
and I was telling him all about it.
Best friend, your last name is?
Lisbon.
Lisbon. And the two of you shared the ticket?
Yeah, we bought it together.
Whose idea was it to buy the ticket?
Originally yours, right?
Yeah, I love gambling. It's a family thing.
I don't know if I like the sound of it. I love me some gambling.
I do. It's like my one bad habit, but I figure if like a lotto ticket every once in a while to reward myself isn't such a bad thing.
And you hadn't won before?
No.
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 Okay. And you decided I'll go in with you on this side?
We're best friends. I mean, I got to partake.
All right. No, but you didn't win the big jackpot. Mm-mm. But you won enough to be happy.
We each only put in $4, and our ticket is worth $4,000.
Talk to me. What happened?
She threw out my phone out the window when I wanted to play the game even, and I threw out her purse. Now she claims...
Out the window of a vehicle?
The vehicle,
or a
yes,
house?
on the freeway.
We were driving on the freeway.
She
Well,
decided to toss my
You're like,
phone.
we were driving on the freeway, but did you throw a phone out?
Yeah,
of
she
the car?
snatched it from my...
No, I'm asking you.
What
No.
happened was we were in an argument at the time, and he had his phone on his lap, and he was following the GPS, and he got a text message.
Yes.
And it said, "Thanks, sweetie." So I grabbed it, and I was like, "Who's texting you, sweetie?" And I start scrolling through it, and I see underneath it, Davey's texting him all these
Your Honor.
kissy emojis.
Your Honor.
So
Wait. We got a lot going on here. Did you get a text saying, "Thanks, sweetie"?
Yeah, that was my coworker. I told you. She knows this.
All right, the co-worker was saying,
The
"Thanks,
coworker has
sweetie."
a kid and a wife. Come on.
That doesn't
know
mean
that.
anything.
The co-worker is a man or woman?
It's a lady.
It's a lady.
Lady
he
married
passed before that.
with a kid.
Really?
Okay, the co-worker is a lady
Yes.
married to a man, and they have a kid.
Yeah.
And this
Correct.
lady is saying, "Thanks, sweetie," to you.
Yes, sir.
In response to what?
To a happy birthday. I wished her a very happy birthday.
You sent her a text saying happy birthday. She
Correct.
said, "Thanks, sweetie."
Yes.
Okay. Did he explain that to you? Because that doesn't sound...
In the moment, he didn't explain it to me because I
Was it that he didn't explain it or you weren't hearing it?
She wasn't hearing it, of course. Like
Because
All
always.
you're seeing is, "Thanks, sweetie." Who in it is
I
calling you sweetie?
I said,
man?
"Who's this?" Oh, and who's Davey below with the eggplant emoji? And that's when he freaked
Well, wait a minute.
out.
Is this also the same lady?
No, this
No,
is a
that
different
was-
text message directly below
was-
it.
Okay,
and I
now
wouldn't-
who is this text message from?
That was a friend of mine.
Okay.
Yes.
And that friend is
Friend.
Dave.
who? Dave.
Yes.
And you okay, why are you calling him Davey?
That's just...
We've been dating for 2 years, and I've never heard of this guy. I know
Okay.
all of his friends. I do know his coworker that he told me about.
All right.
I mean, I don't think it's appropriate
All
to
right.
call
Well,
him
why,
sweetie.
well, why
but
were you having issues with the text from Dave?
There were "Good morning. What did you have for lunch? Sweet dreams. I hope you meet me in your dreams." And it was
See,
weird.
and this is why I tossed her a purse. She was
Without-
questioning my manhood.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
If you know... Listen. If I want to be with the man, I'll be with the man. But I want to be with you, and that's something you
I'm
don't
sorry.
understand.
Wait, hold on. A lot going on here. I heard you say she was questioning your manhood.
Yes.
This person, Dave, is a man.
Correct.
What she's communicating to me in terms of these texts, is she just embellishing, or was that actually said?
I guess that was actually said.
Coming up on America's Court.
I did not throw the phone out the window. That sounds very dramatic. The window was down and we were fighting over the phone.
While
and it
he's
flew out
driving on the
window.
freeway.
Yeah.
All right, that is such a lie.
And later,
About 3.5 months into it, one of the church board members had noticed that it was a gay couple that was going to be getting married on this date.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Claire Patrick, who is suing Jason Suarez for $4,000.
This whole conversation about Dave, how long have you been friends with Dave?
I've been friends with him for 5 years, sir.
All right. And is there anything about Dave from a standpoint of, is he gay, or is he interested in you?
Oh, he's straight. We just hang out.
Okay.
That's just
You
the way
guys
we
just
joke
being silly
around.
with each
Yeah,
other.
she's exaggerating. She's taking things to another level.
And
That's
is
just
that
not
what
how things...
caused the conflict between the two of you to continue and escalate while you were in the vehicle?
Yep, she just fired up and decided to throw my phone.
Had the date been going okay before this point?
Yeah, I mean, she was in a good mood because she
All right.
just came
so
in.
you say yes.
Yeah.
Was there anything going on with the date prior to this?
I really like to give him the benefit of the doubt, but this date was kind of a make or break it situation. I thought maybe we can mend this, and on the date...
What was it that you thought needed mending?
He's being really reclusive. He hasn't been texting me back that much. He seems uninterested. I tell him things about our lives, and he doesn't even care. He doesn't listen.
Well, if the date is going well...
It wasn't going great, but it was going okay.
Fair enough. It wasn't going great. And what set you off about Dave's text? Was it like, you're texting everybody else but me sort of thing?
Well, this text seemed to be happening all day long throughout the day, and
Oh, you were just scrolling through going,
yeah,
why
I
are
saw underneath, and as soon as I saw things, I scrolled through more, and I saw he'd been texting each other all day, and
he can't text you.
Right. He said, oh, I didn't see my phone, oh, I wasn't near my phone, and yet he obviously was if he was answering Davey's text messages.
Got it.
I thought that was weird, and then he was grabbing at his phone from me, and the window was down, and I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
Your
why
Honor,
didn't you give him his phone back?
Because he was driving. I mean, we share lots of things. Like, why can't we share his phone?
He
I
had
let
been
him.
driving with the phone. You take the phone. It doesn't belong to you. Are you saying to her, give me my phone back?
That's exactly what I said. She
And what was
doesn't
she
listen.
saying in response?
She just didn't listen. She threw out the phone. and
Well,
she
how
just
did we get
kept
to the
going with
phone
her.
being thrown out the window?
I did not throw the phone out the window. That sounds very dramatic. The window was down, and we were fighting over the phone.
While
and it
he's
flew out
driving on the
window.
freeway?
Yeah.
All right, that is such a lie. You clearly snatched my phone and threw it out the window.
How would I have snatched it and then thrown it out the window, but then also read text messages in between that?
No, I get that. That makes sense. You're looking, well, who's this? Well, what's going
And
on
he's
here?
grabbing
well,
at it, and I'm
well,
like-
you're calling, you're talking to Dave, but you're not talking to me. He's like, would you give me back my phone? And he's driving. And then next thing you know, for whatever reason, the phone goes out the door.
That's what happened.
Right?
Yeah.
But then you take it a step further.
Correct?
Why?
To make
You're
it even.
driving on a freeway.
I mean, I was
It's just
mad.
like him to do
I was
that,
very
though.
mad at the fact that she took my phone, my property. It's something that I need, something very important.
And you thought it was the best response to that was to take her purse
Yep.
and throw it out the window
Yep.
on a freeway.
Yes, sir. That's going to even
Go
our
figure.
game, right?
So never mind everybody else
50-50.
driving the freeway. They're no, like, what the heck?
First the phone.
Right. You know? Endangering other people, you're just like, I'm mad. You had a temper tantrum.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. Okay.
The same
you
way you're
don't-
throwing out this relationship.
Miss Lisbon, okay, you are way too involved in their conversation.
Yes, yes.
That was childish. And inside the purse, all her belongings, yes,
Yes. And my lotto ticket.
Yep.
and the lotto ticket. All right. She told you what happened. Let me hear from
Hours
you now.
later.
Go ahead.
I mean, essentially, I was really worried for my friend. I knew that there was conflict between the both of them. I've kind of been aware of some other ways about him, which I don't even really want to bring to court today.
No, you just brought it. It's just been brought.
Well, you know,
What
I
are the
don't
other
really
ways?
feel
Because you
that-
said there are some other ways.
Okay, if I have to be completely honest here today with you, my honor.
No, lie to me.
Okay, I feel that he's gay.
You
And
feel
he has
it.
been. And I didn't feel the need to tell you that because you're my friend and I want to spend good times with you by winning a lotto ticket and having vacations, and that's why we're here.
You didn't have any conversations about what you thought of him.
No, that's not my place.
Is that true?
Yeah, she was always really jealous of the time we spent together, but not until I told her about the Davy text message did she ever even say, like, well, yeah, everyone knows he's gay.
We're going to start with the plaintiff. This property belonged to her. There is no legitimate reason why you would have thrown that item outside of the window on the freeway. You may not have known the full contents. Had she sued for the actual cost of the purse and any cash that she had and any inconvenience in replacing things, I would have gave her that as well. So you're lucky that the judgment will be only for the $4,000 because that's all she asked for. Now, as it relates to the counterclaim, you had no business grabbing that phone from him for the very same reasons that I just indicated to him. So I will award Mr. Suarez $600 for the new phone. So when we subtract that, you're still going to end up owing her $3,400, and I would imagine $2,000 of that would go to Ms. Lisbon, right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
That is the order. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled the plaintiff will be awarded $3,400 and the defendant will be awarded $600.
I understand why I have to pay for the phone, but honestly, much bigger secrets have been revealed today, and I'm just going to focus on dealing with that.
In all fairness, I did not know the lottery ticket was inside the purse. This wouldn't have happened if she wouldn't have thrown my phone out the window.
And coming up on America's Court with Judge Ross.
About 3.5 months into it, one of the church board members had noticed that it was a gay couple that was going to be getting married on this date.
Closed captioning provided by. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Henry Ramos claims he had to postpone his wedding ceremony after his officiant quit at the last minute. He's suing Kenya Wright in the amount of $1,023. Ms. Wright claims her board of directors voted against her participating in the plaintiff's wedding.
You folks are from Alabama,
Yes, that's correct.
and things move a little slower in terms of what's going on in other parts of the country as it pertains to gay marriage.
Yes, sir.
You know that, Mr. Ramos. Are you from Alabama?
I was born in Miami, but have lived there quite some time now.
Okay. Now, you wanted to get married at the church that she officiates over.
Correct.
Any particular reason why you want to get married at that church?
It's a Baptist church.
Yes.
And that's the denomination that I've been in for several years
Okay.
now, and it's in the community that I live in.
Were you attending services at this church?
I was not. My
Okay.
aunt was attending services at this church. When I told her I was having some difficulty finding a church, she recommended.
Were you attending, did you have a church home somewhere?
Yes.
Why not approach them and say, can we get married there?
That church, unfortunately, doesn't have the policy of marrying same-sex couples.
All right. You knew this was problematic.
I knew that it was an issue in Alabama, and once the law changed, I felt things would change, but I still found it quite difficult, yes.
What was your thought initially?
I was excited, actually. I was welcoming to the thought of being able to have my first gay marriage, and I was just very welcoming and hoping that
I
we
know
could
the
have
elders
it.
were not so welcoming.
No, they were not, and the board was very difficult as well.
Okay.
Coming up on America's Court.
About 3.5 months into it, one of the church board members had noticed that it was a gay couple that was going to be getting married on this date.
Closed captioning provided by. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Henry Ramos, who is suing Kenya Wright for wedding expenses.
You went to the church, you looked at the facility, your spouse said, works for me. What did you say to him exactly?
We discussed it, and I said, I'm very excited. We've not had this situation before, but we need to, at this time, let's move forward. Let's get the date set and booked.
And what did you have to do to ensure that that date would be held?
I had to pay a deposit.
How much was the deposit?
Well, the total was $1,023.
All right, so that's a minimal amount.
Yes.
And you paid the money, and you accepted the money.
Yes, Your Honor, the deal wasn't actually where specifically everything was going to be handled. It was we were going to handle it within the church.
Okay. How much time did you have prior to that date when you first had this conversation with the pastor?
Almost 6 months.
All right. 6 months out, you're not seeing it being any problem as well?
No, Your Honor, it was not 6 months. They came to me in June, and we discussed setting the arrangements because the law had just passed June 26th,
All right.
2015.
Yes.
And so we had discussed the arrangements, and I had hit a roadblock because about 3.5 months into it, one of the church board members had noticed that it was a gay couple that was going to be getting married on this date in January, and it became an issue.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. You're watching America's Court with Judge Ross. This is America's Court with Judge Ross.
How much time was remaining now before the wedding?
Less than 3 months.
Yeah, it was less than 3 months.
All right.
And at a month
You
and
hadn't
2
sent out invitations, you hadn't had them printed and anything like that?
At 3 months, yes.
You had done that?
We had invitations, people knew the date,
Where?
travel. Things were starting to, not everything was locked, but
Right.
enough of the
but
wheels,
3 months
50%,
out, you
yeah.
kind of had the sense of what was
Sure.
going on. And you then told him 3 months out?
Well, not at that point. I wanted to address everybody at the board meeting and push to where this would be a great opportunity for us, for the community to welcome more members to our church and become part of the community
I
and
got it.
this law that had passed.
And that didn't happen.
No.
So you didn't end up having it there.
No, we did not.
And the issue now is you want the money back.
Correct.
You don't want him to pay him the money back. He didn't have the service there. Why wouldn't you pay him the money back?
Because we could have the service there. I was fulfilling my
The
obligation.
service wasn't held there.
Right.
Why wasn't the money returned?
Because we held that date for them that entire time. We turned away other events that would
Well,
have
if
happened
you
on that
turned away
day.
other events, did you have a contractual agreement saying that this many days out, if you cancel, you do not get a refund? Did you have that?
No, I don't believe it gave a
Was
date
there any
in that
sort of
agreement.
signed agreement between the two of you in terms of contractually, this is what we're doing and these are the terms and conditions?
No.
Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel has to come down in favor of the plaintiff. Because you didn't have any sort of documentation or agreement on that, if he didn't get the benefit of his bargain, by law, he has to get the money back unless you show me something saying this is what he bargained for.
Thank you.
That is the order.
Okay.
Case
Thank
closed.
you.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,023.
It's unfortunate I had to take the pastor to court over my wedding, but I'm happy with Judge Ross's decision. Change is slow to come, but I still have hope for the future.
I will definitely follow Judge Ross's advice and make sure we implement all the proper contracts in our future church events. I still look forward to officiating my first gay wedding.
Follow America's Court on Facebook and Twitter. This has been a production of Entertainment.